Hey everyone, the live video is starting right now. Okay, so I think we are live. It's a new episode of Advertising Tuesdays. I'm so pumped to be here. As you already know, I'm your host for Advertising Tuesdays. It starts every Tuesday at 12 p.m. EDT, and which will make it 9 p.m. 9 a.m. if you live in California. Yeah, it's pretty weird. Like it's California, it's not 9 hours ahead of Eastern. Anyways, so I'm your host for today. I have, as usual, my left monitor here so I can see your comments in real time. If you have any questions, please post them here and I will make sure to answer as many as we can in the time we have for today. If you're new to this show, what should you expect from it? Well, it's the show where I answer your most pressing marketing questions that you might have for your business today. Because we all know Facebook has changed lately, especially due to the iOS 14.5 update. And it's not only that, but the Facebook environment and the pandemic and all that we had has changed and shifted our priorities, we as humans, and the way we buy things, the way we interact with brands online. So there's always there's always something new out there on the market. So my pledge to you, my hope here is that I can help as many entrepreneurs as possible I want to help them with their marketing and I want to make sure they succeed. So this is why this show is free. You can tune in, you can ask your questions. Also, you can send your questions before the show even starts on remus@vargasdigital.us, or you can text me. I'll leave the phone number down there in the comment section, or you can find it on my website where you can also book a free call with me. But that being said, I already have some questions because some people send it before the show. So I'm gonna start with those, and as soon as we get more questions down the line in the comment sections, I'll get to those. Perfect. So first question is, what should I do during the holiday season? I'm asking especially when it comes to ads and creatives. Okay, so this is a question that I got a lot. It's something that we internally at the agency we talked about this, especially because during the holiday seasons the CPAs go up, and we all know this, right? It usually starts early November and it continues throughout December. It's because a lot of advertisers try to take a bite out of the out of everyone's money right now because the holiday season, we're out there shopping for deals, and this is the key word. And what I mean by that is you have to make some deals in order to stand out. And secondly, those deals have to be made, or it's in for 80% of the time you want to advertise to your warm list, to the warm audiences, because these people already know you, so it's easier to sell them on a deal. Getting cold traffic during this period, I suggest, when it comes to cold traffic, I suggest lowering your budgets and again shifting your attention to the warm audiences. CPAs will be sky high, like it's that time of the year, like it's jingle bells and sky high CPAs. It's pretty much it. So I would say do not focus as much as attracting new customers. Focus on your existing ones, focus on your email list, and come up with some great deals that they would actually want to shop this holiday season. And one extra tip, I know this is not related to what you asked me about, like strictly creative speaking, but what I suggest is also go and create something, a special offer within your products that the person could buy for a friend or relative or loved one. So something they could buy as a gift, because those work really, really, really well this holiday season, obviously. Yeah, and the second part of the question, the creatives. Again, so I suggest something Christmassy, for the Christmas season, I suggest something for Black Friday, a huge discount. It still Black Friday has yet to come, so you still have time to prepare something. Make sure it's an amazing deal that people would really want to take from you. So yeah, that's pretty much it, I would say, for Black Friday and for Christmas and for the creatives. Also, small tip here: use Canva. It has a lot of great templates in there, so it can help you work less on the creatives, especially if you don't have a designer yet. Second question. I see you don't have any comments yet. I keep looking at it, so no worries. As soon as you'll be commenting, I'll see it and I can get back to you. How can I get my perfect avatar? Okay, so this is not Christmas related. I love this. So when it comes to your perfect avatar, there are a couple of things, and I feel I'm getting this question a lot lately, especially with the boom in people transitioning to the online world. I get this from clients who had offline businesses and now they transition to the online world and they feel like their avatar has changed or anything. Well, it didn't change. Your avatar is the same. So supposedly you have a restaurant, right? And up until now, most of your marketing efforts were concentrated on billboards or newspaper ads, yellow pages, you name it, right? Coupon codes maybe in the local newspaper, TV ads on local TV stations, whatever it wasn't on social media, right? And now some of our clients ask me when they transition to social media space, hey Rimas, how can I get to know my avatar? And this tells me one of two things about them. It's either their business was struggling in the first place before this whole COVID pandemic struck, or they're missing one key point. Their avatar is the same. Point number one is if they were struggling before, it's because they didn't know their avatar. They were advertising everywhere, spending money. Some of the clients came back, and that was pretty much it. And point number two is obviously you should, you can come up with your avatar based on who you created that restaurant for in this example. Or in other cases, the avatar is actually you some time ago. You before you created that course that you want to sell. You before you got into this business of selling handmade soap. It was you. So target that person. Ask yourself who might benefit from the end service or product that you're offering. Okay. Also, another cool tip here before I get to question number 3 is you can reverse engineer what others are doing in your industry. So back to the restaurant example. Let's say I know you have an Italian restaurant, right? A pizza place. And there's also a pasta place in town, which I would say has a pretty similar audience. What you should be doing is go look up their ads, go look up their messaging, go look up their website, go look up their everything, and try to model it. By modeling it, I do not mean like copy pasting like every single thing that they're doing. It's just grab some inspiration from what they're doing, try to understand why they're positioning themselves the way they do it, and try to model that. Okay. Question number 3. How do you manage clients? I think this is more on an agency consulting coaching level. So it's not. Yep, it's not clear. I was just trying to look if there's anything else in the question or email chunk that I grabbed here, but that's pretty much it. How do you manage clients? So I think it's, again, when it comes to the agency, when it comes to coaching, when it comes to all that. So I'll take the agency first. When it comes to agency clients, my experience with it is You have to communicate as often as possible. That's one thing that if you do right, like communicate, like over communicate if possible, you're gonna please them a lot. Oftentimes I see other agency owners or friends who are in similar businesses, they're not communicating enough, and this creates a friction in between them and the client. So I would say communicate as much, as early, as often, as everything as possible, right? um, you want to keep your clients in the loop constantly with everything that you're doing, and they will be grateful for this. When it comes to coaching, because I want to jump to the next question, but I forgot coaching. When it comes to coaching clients, my best advice here is to keep a clear track of where you are with each of your clients. So even though it sounds basic or even stupid saying it, because it's something that you should do. It's one mistake that almost every coach that I have worked with bumped into at some point. It's simply because they're so excited of helping other people, and they get like all into their calls, and they're like, let me help you with this, let me help you with that, and they kind of let the client lead the sessions, because the coach doesn't have an agenda. They do not know what they talked last time. They do not have kind of a curriculum, quote unquote, if you would, like you have for a course, right? So I would say have that curriculum in place, first of all, and then also keep a clear track of where you're standing with each of your coaching clients. Do not let your guard off, and do not let them lead the meeting. You have to always lead the meetings with them and help them come to a conclusion that will help them in the future. What I mean by this, I mean, I know this is not part of the question, but I want to explain this real quick. So if they are asking you something about Facebook ads, instead of just throwing the solution at them, try to guide them to find themselves the solution. This is what a good coach does. Why? Because it will stick with them. If you just throw the solution at them, well, that's pretty much if they were taking a course, but like an extra expensive course. Okay, question number 4. I have 5 questions coming from emails, and then I'll be waiting for your question. I'll be answering any questions that pop up in the comment section, and if not, we will see you next week. We will see next week. Is organic content any good right now? Yes, I would. Yeah, I was quick to answer that. Like that that's a short answer, man. It's yes. How do you create it though? How do you position it? And if you make it work with your paid content, that's super important. What I mean by that, so organic content is organic content. This live right now, it's organic content. How does it help me? Well, when somebody comes off of a coaching ad, so I run coaching ads, right? Onboarding coaching clients. So they fill out the application form, right? And then I redirect them to my Facebook page to check out my other content, and they see these videos. Some of them even binge watch a couple of videos, and they get to know me this way. They get to know more about me. They get to, and before they actually get on the call with me, it feels like somebody has onboarded them. This is how it feels like. So this is what I suggest doing. It's doing content that it's relevant, obviously, with your target audience, but also relevant in the context of your paid advertising. Because otherwise, if I was doing, I don't know, like a talent show here on this page, nobody cares, right? And it wouldn't help me much. Or if I would post, hey, this is what I'm eating today, nobody who wants to be coached by me and fills out an application would then come to my Instagram or Facebook page, see that food photo and say, oh, that's amazing, I would love to know more about this guy. No, that's not how this works. So I suggest doing organic content that's super relevant to what you have to what your paid ads are doing. And last question here is Facebook versus Instagram for running paid advertising. Sorry, dude. I think the question is is wrong. I mean, technically speaking, it's wrong because it's the same platform. Instagram is owned by Facebook, um, and I wouldn't say go advertise on Facebook only or Instagram only. It's only a matter of if you know that your target market has no interest in either of those platforms, then just go for the other one. But if it's a matter of where you would like to spend more money, well, I would say just go spend it on both. Do not assign a clear budget to each platform. Rather, just choose automatic placements inside the ad set and let Facebook do its job. Sometimes, yes, it's better to go on Instagram or on Facebook. So, for example, I run story ads, and the story ads I only run them on Instagram. I never run story ads on Facebook, whereas messenger ads, they're only for Facebook. So there are certain times when you want to cherry pick the platform or the placement actually on the platform. So yeah, that's that. But for the most part, go with both. As a rule of thumb, what I saw over and over again in my experience, my client's experience, is that Instagram demographic tends to be younger. I would say 30ish and younger, whereas Facebook demographic tends to be older. So actually, I would say Instagram 35 and younger, and Facebook 35 and upper, obviously, and older. Obviously, a lot of those people have both an Instagram and a Facebook account, thus saying you to advertise on both platforms. Let Facebook do its job and pick the best placement for you. I can give you an example here of fitness brand, a women's only fitness brand dedicated to women 35 and under. So the first thought that crosses your mind would be, well, most of your clients came from Instagram, right? You just said Instagram's demographic is younger. And yeah, that's true, but most of the clients that came from Instagram were from stories. So ads run on purpose on Instagram just for the story placement. But overall, the overwhelming majority of the clients, I would say around 70% of them, came from some sort of Facebook placement, be that messenger ads, Facebook newsfeed, display ads on Facebook, whatever it was, it came from there and not from Instagram. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, it doesn't work like this every single time. Stats are stats, reality is reality. But when it comes to Facebook advertising or Instagram advertising for this matter, it's best to test over and over and over again and see what it works for you. This is why I said in the beginning the question was wrong. It's because it's a great question, but it's wrong to think of Facebook and Instagram as being competitors, or at least like not competitors on the social media market, but for your money. You should make them work together, especially because it's so easy, because they're the same platform after all, and you advertise for both inside the business manager. Okay, I see there are no comments for today. This is the 5 questions that I got via email. I invite you to go to my website here. It's marcusdigital.us. You can look at some of the stuff that we're doing, and right here at the end and throughout the page, you'll have the chance to schedule a free call with me. It's a 30-minute call, and I will get you actionable steps in your business, steps that you can implement today and see results fast. And it's totally free. You can go here, you can schedule it with me, you can read some of my case studies, and you will see what our agency can do for you. That being said, my name is Remus and here's my camera. Okay, my name is Remus. This was Advertising Tuesday and I will see you next week. Until then, I'm waiting for questions on email. Send me your messages on the Facebook page, or if it's easier for you, leave me a comment somewhere and I'll see it, I'll read it, and I'll just answer it in the live call. Take care, guys.